The Texas militia was led by Sam Houston, and hundreds of Mexicans were taken prisoner, including Santa Anna. Americans soon outnumbered the Mexicans, and Texas declared independence from Mexico. The Mexican army used all kinds of weapons such as swords and sabers. The Mexican army used only the best type of swords. They used a combination of British, Spanish swords, and sabers. Bowie knives were used for hunting, cutting wood, digging holes, and cutting brush, and was used by Americans. Tomahawks were the most deadly weapon on the battlefield. It was used on both sides. Bayonets had a large, sharp metal end that was used on both sides, and lances were made out of wood and had a metal tip, and the Mexicans carried them. The war also had guns involved. The main ones used are pistols, muskets, carbine rifles, and cannon pistols. Cannon pistols are a small weapon but powerful. America made the pistol, but both sides used it. Muskets are the first gun ever made and is used by both sides. Carbine rifles used by both sides is a shorter version of the musket and is usually used while riding a horse. Cannons were used by Americans, and the Americans shot musket balls, broken glass, and even horseshoes.
Sam Houston and his army headed eastward following the fall of the Alamo. The troops marched along the banks of the San Jacinto River and the Buffalo Bayou. They prepared their attack on the edge of the grove of trees, so the open prairie was in front of them, and the trees were to the back of them. The next morning, Mexican General Santa Anna was marching across the prairie in battle array while pursuing Sam Houston. Santa Anna reached Harrisburg on the 15th of April, 1836. The last known communication was from the War Department at the town, dated on the 14th of April. On April 21st, 1836, the Battle of San Jacinto took place. The only thing that stands where the battle took place is a huge monument that stands 570 feet tall and is the tallest stone monument in the world. Really early in the morning on April 21st, 1836, 800 of Sam Houston's men were waiting to ambush the 1,200 men led by Santa Anna to claim Texas's independence. In the early morning, Houston dispatched a small force to destroy a nearby bridge. In less than 30 minutes, Sam Houston and his army killed around 600 of Santa Anna's men and captured around 700 of Santa Anna's men, including Santa Anna. 9 of Sam Houston's men were killed or injured really badly, and 30 were injured not as badly. Alexander Horton was the secretary and aide-camp to General Sam Houston. The two of them worked hard to beat Santa Anna's army so that Texas could have its independence. Sam Houston and his army ambushed Santa Anna's army early in the morning on April 21st, 1836, and defeated his army in just 18 minutes. The battle was fought near the San Jacinto River in southeast Texas. Sam Houston and his army fought very hard that day and beat Santa Anna and his army very quickly, while very little of Sam Houston's men were injured or killed. Santa Anna, who had been taken prisoner during the battle, signed the treaty at Velasco, Texas, in which he recognized Texas's independence in exchange for his freedom. However, The treaty was later abrogated and tensions built up along the Texas-Mexico border. The citizens of so-called Lone Star Republic elected Sam Houston as president and endorsed the entrance of Texas in the United States. However, the likelihood of Texas joining the Union as a slave state delayed any formal action by the U.S. Congress for more than a decade. On December 29, 1845, Texas entered the United States as the 28th state. Bordering the differences in America over the issue of slavery and igniting the Mexican-American War. These are some of the Battle of San Jacinto War veterans.